What's up, y'all? Welcome to iScale POD. I'm Jose, and I've been getting an overwhelming amount of requests asking me to show how I do all the uploads. If you know this channel, you know I talk about how much I upload and how it's part of my strategy and how is it that I can possibly upload so much. Now, unfortunately, I don't know any free ways to do this. I think there are free tools that you could upload with, but everything I'm going to show you now is paid tools, but I won't use any affiliate links, anything like that, just so you know that this is not me trying to sell you something. This is me actually showing you what I use. With that said, Flying Upload has been a tool that has changed my life. I'm not getting paid to say this, but I think I'll prove to you why I think it's the best tool for uploading, hands down. Now, usually I like to show free stuff. Unfortunately, in this video, I don't have any free tools for you, but I am going to show you how I upload all these designs. I get about 5,000 uploads a day, like anyone in the high tiers, which turns out to be about 70 designs a day, 490 designs a week. How could I possibly upload so many every single week? I could show you better than I could tell you. Let's go in. So there's three major ways that I make designs to get 490 designs for the week, right? So the first way, I can't reveal yet. All right, I have a way, and it's not AI, that I make 4,500 by 5,400 PNG files ready for upload, and I can make a whole bunch in a small amount of time. The reason I don't want to tell you about that yet is because I have a plan to not just tell you about it, but to show it to you and give it to you for free. So what I just spoke about is something that I want to give away to the world, and it's not ready yet, so we'll get back to that another time, all right? But that's one of the major ways that I'm able to make so many designs in a little amount of time. Now, the second way is the way that we all do stuff, right? Basically AI or Photoshop templates. And with the templates, I don't have to do anything to them. They're always ready for upload. But for the AI, what I end up doing every single week, right? I wait till Sunday to handle all my uploads. So during the week, I get a whole bunch of ideas that are in my head and execute on making sure I make the designs from whatever ideas that I have. I get inspired by all kinds of different things. There's no one thing that makes me make designs. It's all several things. I may think something while I'm scrolling in the morning. I might see something on TV. I got 100 ways that I make things, but I always execute. Since I ever started merch, one thing that I never do is not execute an idea. The idea comes into my mind for a reason. I'm spiritual when it comes to this. I believe the idea came in me for a reason. So I make sure to make the design using AI or whatever. So throughout the week, I end up dumping all my ideas after I make the design into a folder. And the only thing that I make sure to do during the week when I'm thinking of all these is to make sure that the color that I use for the background has to be different than all the colors in the design. This has been a very easy way for me to get things done, which I'm going to show you in a second. To me, that's been the most important thing. So when I make these images, for example, here is an image that is white on white. So I'm gonna put this image in the mix board. If you haven't watched my mix board video, go watch it. It'll show you what this does. So the problem with removing this background is I use a color removal, and you see that the background has the same colors that are in the image, for example, the skeleton. So I can't use a color remover. I would have to use an expensive background remover. So in order to change this so that I could use it for a color removal, I just end up saying change the background to dark blue, right? Why am I choosing dark blue? Because I've been doing this for a while now, and I look at the color that is least likely to be close to any color in the image. And in this case, dark blue is a good color that I see if I had to remove dark blue, it wouldn't affect anything else in the image. And this is one of the main things. While I make my AI images, I make sure that the background, before I save it, is like this, a background that is nowhere else in the image. Now it's done. I save it. I'm good to go. And I bring it right in here. And you see now this has that background on it. So now that I have all my AI designs, I'm going to show you what it is that I do to get all my AI designs pretty much ready for upload. Okay, so here's a step, and that involves ReadyPixl, which is an app that I made that I actually had this app for myself almost 2 years now. It's been a big secret of mine. The most productive app that I've ever used, I made for myself. I got with a developer. I said, I got this idea that can help me. Can you help me build this app? And he did a great job. And it's been so good that now I want to make it available to the public. It's in testing mode right now. It's not available yet, but I'm going to show you how I use this. And this has been my secret weapon for a while. This is basically an app that is going to do everything I got to do to these designs in the click of one button. So obviously with everything we do, first we want to upscale it, right? So I'm going to take our upscaler and I'm going to upscale by 4x because that's what we got to do to all designs, right? I double click to make it go back, and now I have it upscaled. So basically, this is going to be able to do this to all my designs in bulk. Whatever settings I put here, it's going to be able to affect everything. Now we're going to do the automatic color remover. Now here's why I changed my backgrounds to a specific color that's not found anywhere else. I put this up to 10 on a threshold. And when I turn it on, what we're going to see is the background goes away. So you see how clean this removed that background. And then I'm going to trim it to get rid of all that excess space. And then this part is where you decide how you actually want it. What I'm going to do is put this on a 15 by 18. And then the image should be right around the same. But what I personally, now you can make the image fill up the whole thing, and then I got my placement to the top. But what I like to do personally, it's just my own personal preference. I personally like to do everything an inch from the top and the sides in bulk. This is what works for me the best. And once I got my guides, I just snap my image, and then I put my placement to the top. In case there's some image that are smaller, it'll make sure everything goes up to the top. And when I hit apply, it took the image exactly as I told it to place it. Now you see the file size is 4,500 by 5,400, right? And the cool thing here is now we can make sure that these settings work on all of the images. All the settings that apply to one are now applied to all of these. So I'll go through every image to make sure it looks good with the settings that I have. And so far, I see some issues here on this one. Okay, so you know what? I do see an issue here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add my edge cleaner. I'm going to put it to about 2. So this should clean the edges when I go up twice. And as you see, it did a decent job. I don't want to go up too high. You know what? Let's do one more. On the edge cleaner, let's go up to 3. And I think that will take care of it. So yeah, that did a much better job. I'm just going to go through them one by one and make sure that nothing funny is happening on them. This is looking like the settings that I'm using. Look how clean it is. This is clean all across the board. And now that everything looks good, I'm just going to hit the process all button right over here. I got overwrite original. So this is going to overwrite the files. All right. And once I hit process all, we're now going to come here and you see one by one, it's going to start processing these. And look at that. Look at this. They just all start changing exactly to what I want. Upscaled, background removed, 4,500 by 5,400. And I forgot to mention there's a built-in compressor. So look how small that file size is, 1.28 megabytes. You want small file sizes when it comes to uploading and dealing with all these, how many, designs you're going to have. And this is doing it all for me right here. Look at this. We're watching this work live in real time. It is making every single image perfect, exactly how it needs to be. Let's test these out. And look at that. They're all done. Now let's look at how this came out. Image size, as you can see, is 4,500 by 5,400, 300 DPI. I'm definitely exactly an inch from the top and the sides, exactly as I planned. Just want to confirm. If I don't have enough files to fill up 490, you know what I do? Creative Fabrica. I know that people will say don't upload from Creative Fabrica. I do it all the time. Funny bundle. So here's a grandpa quotes. Okay, great for Father's Day. I'll take that. Gingerbread man. Okay, I could use some gingerbread men. No problem. Funny woman quotes. And sarcastic bundle. Yeah, I kind of like that right there. Christmas bundle. I might throw these up. So with the app called WinRAR, I can select all the zip files and then just right click. And then WinRAR, I just hit extract here. And this will extract everything all in one place instead of having to do them all individually, which saves me a lot of time. Now that everything's unzipped, what I'm going to do is just look for PNG files. And then that way I don't waste my time trying to go through everything, right? And then I'm going to cut. Right. And I'm going to put these in a new folder. This way, I'm not trying to go through everything. So now I got everything unzipped and I'm going to just get all of these and basically put them all into the app. And I'll show you why. Now, that's the thing about downloading designs is that they all sometimes use bad background removers. So what this does here, I have a transparency highlighter, and this helps me highlight transparent pixels that may not be able to be seen normally with your eyes. This kind of highlights them and it shows you how these bad background removers will leave a lot of these little speckles all over the design. So I personally have a problem with that. I don't like uploading stuff that I think might have blemishes and things like that. So this is a way that I clean all of that up. As you can see, this is my transparency highlighter. It's highlighting at about 6%. Let me go up higher to about 26%, and it's going to show me anything that is 26% or less transparency. So in order to clean this up, I'm gonna get my transparency cleaner. Okay, and I know now that back down to 25% is going to be good. So I'm gonna turn off the highlighter, and now I know that 25% is where I want to be. I'm gonna go ahead and put 25 here, and then when that turns on, you're gonna see on my highlighter at 27%, if I put this to 25, it should no longer highlight anymore because this transparency cleaner is getting rid of it, right? So it looks good to go. And now the transparent cleaner is going to get rid of everything. After it cleans everything, then we're going to do, we don't need to upscale. These already turns out they're upscaled, but some are not. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my upscaler on, and then I'm going to say if it's above 5,000 on either side, then don't upscale it. All right. Other than that, it's going to upscale it at 4x if it needs to. We don't need to do any color remover. We're just going to trim and then reposition in order to get our 4500 by 5400. And just like that, it's now going to apply these settings to everything. And we're going to see once I hit, I got overwrite original on there, and it's going to compress to give us a small file size, and boom, I'm ready to go. I don't need to check everything, right? Because I already know that this is a setting that's going to get rid of transparency, whether it has it or not. I'm going to get rid of it on all of the designs. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit process all. And sure enough, this is going to process all these images and get them all ready for download, making sure none of them have any sort of transparency problems moving forward. There you go. So this is now, so let's check this. And sure enough, it should be 4500 by 5400. And look, even though it had those big files, you see now the file size is 2 megabytes, right? And that's what I like. I like these small file sizes. These right here, these really gray ones, these are a little bit dull. Like I remember when I upload stuff, I do make sure to upload things I think will actually sell. So I'm not going to go around uploading stuff just for the sakes if I don't think it'll sell. And something about this gray color, I don't think is going to do too well. So another cool thing that I like here is I'm gonna go to Plugin Center and I'm going to use a clipping mask. So what I can do now is I can basically just take a clipping mask image and put it right into there. So I got all of those. Instead of being gray, I can now make them a little bit more interesting. And, you know, and these are basically clipping masks like you've seen in Photoshop, Photo P and stuff like that. And this does it a lot faster, to be honest. So now I could take these. So once I hit process all, and as you see, it is overwriting the images now, and they're no longer gray. And I really like that about that. This is all stuff that I'm able to do really fast because of this tool. So now you see all the ones that were gray and just a click of one button, they all now have this cool little colors that I think would do better than just gray on a t-shirt. And by the way, it's compressed, 734 kilobytes, nice small files. All right, so now I got to take all these files and how am I going to get them ready to upload? So let's go to the next step and how we use flying upload to make our uploads ready for the week. All right, so here I have my 5 templates, and I'm gonna show you basically how these work. So these templates, I basically just made the image that you see. Each template, I basically select different colors. This is everything but black. And if you look here, standard t-shirt, you're gonna see that everything is selected except the black t-shirt. And that's what I love about Flying Upload is you set up these templates one time and you never touch them again. So you can make as many templates with whatever settings you want, prices, anything you could think of on that Amazon page. This is a mock-up of that page, and it's going to have all the same exact things. And you basically decide for this template, I only want this. For this template for colors, it basically chooses all colors. And if you want to do one with high prices, you can make a template for that. You want to do one with no black and all low prices. You can do anything you want. And these templates are what's going to save you hours and hours of work in the future. You make as many templates as you want. And now that I got the templates, we know that we can use them at any given point to fill a whole bunch of other t-shirts with the exact same settings. So let's go back to the design section, and now we got to upload all these designs, and this can take a minute, right? This is why I do this on a Sunday. I take a few hours out. I usually am doing something at the same time, and I'm going to show you why. So what I'm going to do is I got to take this and put it on the right side of the screen, Windows Explorer on the left side of the screen, and now what I'm going to do is click add designs. And this is now waiting for me to add all the designs I want. And luckily for me, I have these low file sizes. This is why it's very important for me to have low file sizes, because this part right here could take a long time. If your file sizes are big, it just makes everything slower. You can only upload a gigabyte at a time. And so if you have more than that, so this is under a gigabyte. So I should be able to do this in one swoop. I just go to the top one. I drag and drop right here. Boom, boom. So it's not actually uploading yet. Right now, it's just scanning the files and making sure, I guess, whatever it's doing on the back end, right? So it's not really uploading yet. It's just going to scan them all to upload. All right. So as you can see, I got 508 total designs. I'm going to go ahead and hit import. And this is the part where I usually go grab something or go do something else. I usually do this on a separate computer. So while this is doing this, then I just kind of continue to work doing other stuff, because this is the part that can, right here, it says it's going to take about 15 minutes to upload. When you think about it, it's not too bad when you think about the fact that we're uploading 500 designs. 15 minutes, now 14, not the worst thing in the world. And I got slow internet. So if you got faster internet, this will probably be a lot faster. So now, as you see, all my listings are all uploaded, ready to put listings on them, right? So you see this, I could go through all of these. I go all the way down to the bottom. And now what I'm doing is I'm gonna hit select all, right? Once I hit select all, I'm not gonna select all these other templates, but I am gonna keep colors in there. And then I'm gonna hit edit designs. All the designs, and it's going to have them all on the left panel here, ready for me to do whatever it is I want to do to them. And in this case, we have this template, right? So when I click on the template, colors, I did this work one time. Whenever I got stuff that I just want to use on all colors, you see I could click any product and it was already pre-selected on everything. I'm gonna go ahead and add white because I made this template before they added the white sweaters. So I went ahead and added white to the template. And I'm gonna add it on pullover hoodies as well. I think that was the only things I needed to add. So if you go to zip, it's on the back of the zip. I have these turned off because I don't have them yet. So this is exactly as I want it. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click on options, apply products to, and I'm gonna just hit select all. Now every single product, once I hit apply, will now have all the same settings, just like that. Now there are the ones that I don't want to put on black t-shirts, but I'll do that after in one swoop. I'll show you how to do that after. But right now, since I'm here and I have all of them pulled up, let me get rid of the template. I don't need the template anymore. I only needed it to apply those settings. But you see, everything has the settings now. I no longer need the template. All these exclamation points are basically saying, hey, this is not complete yet. There's no listing. So it's not going to even save it because it needs something in the listing so it can even save it. So just so you see, when I hit the settings, you see I have 1,363 tokens. You can actually buy tokens, and this is the token system. It can be a little pricey, but to me, it's worth it. So for £5, you get 250 tokens. All right. So if I wanted to do today, if I'm going to do 500, that actually is going to cost me. Yeah. So this is not cheap. Right? It's $10. But when you come from the era I'm from, before people would have to pay a VA to do this, right? So $10 for 500 listings, you kind of be like, okay, I'm not mad at that, right? So 500 listings cost $10 every time. So I'm paying $40 a month pretty much to do listings, which to me, compared to what you would have to pay a VA, not bad at all. So there is cost to this, but it's because of the convenience, right? So when I go to settings, let me show you just real quick before I show you the AI vision. You could check all your settings here, right? So when we do AI vision, I'm going to say merch by Amazon only, right? Because Fly and Upload does a bunch of other sites. I used to do them. It's not worth it to me personally. So here you see I want brand, title, bullet point 1, bullet point 2, and description. You can decide to turn a couple off if you wanted to try to save some tokens and save some money. But I personally feel just fine with all of them together because it turns out to be one token with or without the description in there. So if it's more languages, it will be more tokens, right? So what I'll do here to make sure I don't do any other languages except English, even though it's already in there, I'll do auto translate. And because I turned it on one listing, I'm going to go here and hit auto translate to all. It's going to ask me which ones. I'm going to select all, hit apply, and now auto translate is on every single listing. Now, the last thing we're going to do is put the listings using AI vision, where AI is going to look at the actual image and make a listing using that image. To do that, I'm going to hit tag and options, and I'm going to hit AI listing by vision. All right. And once I click that, now you get all the things pop up, and I'm just going to hit select all, and we're going to do this in one big swoop. All right. I don't know if anyone else does it this way. I like doing it this way. I love using bulk. Now, here's the thing. Each listing, if you wanted to, you could add keywords of your own. Now, I'm not going to do that in this case, but if you were to take like listings that were all Christmas or all the same, that would be very helpful because then you could put the keywords that you want. And all the listings will not be the same. It will use the same keywords, but it will make a new listing for each design. So that's what I love about this. If you want keywords, this can take the exact keywords you want. In this case, for me, because I have so much going on, I'm just going to go ahead and use AI completely without telling it anything. This is just my way to work in bulk. You see what it is? I'm not going to type anything in there. GPT 4.0 is the best one. Now I'm going to hit generate. And when I hit that, it's going to start saying generating listings. And it's going to be very slow because there's so many listings. This might take a couple hours. So because it's nighttime, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go get some rest, leave this on, let it do its thing, and we'll be back as soon as it's done in the morning. All right, so welcome to the next day, and let's see what we got here. We have everything filled out. As you can see, every single listing has been filled out. You see the 50 states have been filled out, 491. All of them have listings now, and they are all ready to go, right? But just a few things I want to do in the end. For the 50 states, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 50 states. Holiday traditions, 50 states. Click here for more. Right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that brand name and put them on all 50 states. Some stuff I like to keep together. So apply brand to, and now I'm just going to go ahead and pick 50. I wish there was a quicker way to pick them. Unfortunately, we have to do them manually like this. Hopefully in the future, we could get like a shift button. All right. So now we're going to hit apply. See, just by that, they all got the same brand name now. Now, the other thing that I got to do is do everything but black. All right, here it says everything but black. So I'm going to click on my everything but black template, and now that's going to pop up at the very bottom. So everything but black template, you just click on it to see all the products except black are there. It doesn't have the products I don't have available selected yet. So I'm going to hit apply products to. And now on this, I'm going to go and look at all the products. I'm going to make it a little bigger on my screen. Okay, so that was the last one. Now I got all the ones I want. Those will not go on black. I go all the way down. I hit apply. I can go ahead and get rid of this. I don't need it anymore. And when I click on it, you see that black is not selected. So these are all the ones. So everything's ready to go now. Everything is ready to go. One last thing that you can do here is you could do TM listing check. You could say check all listings, right? So we're going to do a quick check for check all listings. I'm going to just hit everything and hit apply. Let's see what happens. It's literally going to check every single thing for trademark violations. I make a lot of mistakes. I get a lot of rejections. I'll be very honest with you. All right, just so you see that this will go with every listing and actually show you things that are registered on each listing. I get rejections a lot. I don't believe rejections give your account, but I don't suggest it, right? Go through these, look for any trademark. I don't. I'm stupid. Don't follow what I do. I just upload because I believe that Amazon knows that we cannot check all those trademarks, and that's why they have a system of rejection. I'm not purposely trying to do anything wrong. Therefore, I think it's just fine to upload things when I believe that I do not have any violations. All right. It's just my own personal thing. So, and here comes one of the last steps. Now we're going to take these and we're going to make them into zip files for the uploader. This is going to take a while too because of all the listings, but everything here is ready to go. It's all good now. And what I'm going to do is hit tag and options, and I'm going to hit upload batch. Now, when I click this, it is now going to load all the zip files. It's going to get all this information and it's going to put it into zip files. And once we got those zip files, I'll show you the last step on how this all gets done. All right, so after about an hour, now we have our zip files. So here you see the zip files are 1 through 10. Each one of them, I think, has 50. Yeah, 50 in each. That's the limit. So anything above 50, it puts in the next zip file. So what we're going to do, since we have WinRAR already showed you, I'm going to go ahead and just look for my WinRAR options, and I'm just going to say extract here. So it's going to extract everything from every zip file in one place when I hit extract here. And it's going to say, do you want to replace this? I'm going to hit rename all so that I don't lose anything. And it does a pretty quick job. So now what we should get is almost 500 files, but every single image file has an XML file. The XML file is the upload information. So as long as you keep both files the same together, you don't have to worry about mixing and matching. As long as the main file, as you see here, this is one with a parentheses one, and then you see the same exact file name with an XML on it. That's fine. As long as you have those two things, you can move these around all you want to, right? So what I'm gonna do is, I know that 70 uploads is 140 files because you include 2 files for each upload. So what I do to start, I'm just gonna look for that 140 mark. Down here it says 154. I change it there, and that says 140. So that's 140 files, which I know was 70 uploads. And I'm just gonna move that to Monday, right? Then I'm gonna look for 140 again. I'm gonna click on the first one, and that's 154. Now it says 140. I'm looking down here at the total. So that has 140. I'm now going to go and put that on Tuesday. And this is it. You see where this is going, right? Do the same thing again. There's 140. I put that on Wednesday. There's 140 again. Throw that on Thursday. 140 more. Throw it on Friday. 140 more. Throw that on Saturday. 140 more. And that's Sunday. Boom. And that's it. So now when I wake up tomorrow morning, I'm going to show you what's going to happen on a Sunday up. And I got one left over. We're going to go ahead and just put this leftover one on Sunday because I told you I always leave an extra slot open. We're not going to just let that one hang out. I could delete these zip files now. That's how it goes. So tomorrow being Monday, let's just pretend it's now Monday morning, and let's show you what happens when I wake up in the morning first thing. So here on my desktop, I actually have another computer I do this on, but I'm going to show you on this one. I have a dedicated laptop just to do what I'm about to show you. If you ever have an old laptop, don't throw it away. It's perfect for flying upload because this part right here does not need a strong computer. Any weak laptop can perform these functions. So if you have anything old, do not throw it away. It'll be perfect to just do flying uploads all day. And here I can either edit files, upload files. We're going to go right to upload. And then you see this right here. And this is ready for me to put anything on there. And I have everything set up. I could just take Monday and just drag and drop it right there. And as you see, it's now 70 uploads because the XML files are in there. That's it. So on my other computer, I just drag and drop my folder in there, and then I hit that little start button. Oh, I got to click on I agree to assume all responsibilities and risk with this tool. It's fine. Been doing it for years. Thousands of people been doing it for years. That's just a formality or whatever you call it, right? So I'm going to hit start button. And what it's going to do before it starts is basically reading all 70, looking for any mistakes, anything that's empty fields I might have left empty. And when you see this open up, that means that it did not find any problems and it's ready to start. So it's starting right there. And this is what it looks like. Hands off, right? It's going to upload the file. It's going to go open that up. It's going to click, 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 all the buttons. There is a slow, medium, fast. I keep it on fast, and this is as fast as it goes, but it makes sure not to go too fast, right? So everybody who wonders about the safety of this, the reason Amazon doesn't mind this is because it goes at the speed of a human, right? It's not sitting there and uploading 70 designs in 10 minutes. The amount of time it takes to upload 70 designs, I think, is about 6 or 7 hours for me, right? So it makes sense. It takes about 6 or 7 hours. Amazon, they ain't tripping off of that. This is completely fine. They're not too worried about it. People would have gotten in trouble by now, and nobody has. This is 100% okay to do. And just look. And as you see, it's putting up my first one. It's going to open up the T-shirt, and there you go. So it does this thing where it turns everything off first and then turns it all back on to make sure there's no confusion. So you see here, it turned everything on. Now it's going to take off all the colors, and it's going to re-put all the colors back in. It's going to take off the price and it's going to re-put a price, right? So it just does this thing to make sure that everything's done calculated. And you see as it goes down, the screen follows it. This is not me, right? So this is how it works. That is all automation. Every now and then there may be some issues that can't be avoided. It's just like regular errors and hiccups that happen. But almost always, I'll say 90% of the time, it's flawless. It just goes. And every now and then I get a rejection email. It's like, oh, we got a rejection. And I just check it. Right. For the most part, this process is a lifesaver for me. I love it. Shout out to Tom from Flying Upload. He did an amazing job with this. I'm not getting paid to say it, y'all. This is just truly, truly awesome. And I just can't think of any other way that I would rather do merch on demand because, you know, what happens is people always say, you know, you can't do YouTube and do print on demand. Well, with a tool like this, you kind of can. Just saying. Hope y'all got some value out of this. If you did, please like and subscribe. Stay tuned for the free giveaway. So for today's free giveaway, we're keeping it simple. Just a bunch of animals dressed in Santa suits with beers. All right. If you don't know how to get these, you sign up for the email list and there's never going to be any spam. And if you already sign up for the email list, these are already in your inbox. Go check them out. And just, you know, these are all AI images. These are all done in bulk. You could do whatever you want with these. You could sell them, throw them away. Doesn't matter. I make these in bulk, as I always say, and they're for you to enjoy however you want to. So I hope you can enjoy these and do something with them. If not, that's okay too. I'll see you guys on the next one. If you got any value, please like and subscribe. And